On the call tonight, I am Matt Nolan of Nolan Brothers Boxing and Fitness in Waltham, Massachusetts, here with my brother,
Mark Nolan, also of Nolan Brothers Boxing and Fitness, Waltham, Massachusetts. First up, we got Jake Langlois fighting out of Sonny's Boxing and Fitness.
Fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 210 pounds, fighting out of Sonny's Boxing and Fitness, and trained by Danny Oliver, Jake Langlois.
Got some boo birds early, Matt.
Boo Birds early. That's what I love about Boston.
They don't care that we raised, $22 million for cancer research. They're still going to boo their boy's opponent.
First up from Sonny's Boxing, trained by our dude, Danny Oliver. We got Jake. Mark, help me out with Jake's last name.
Langlois. You pronounce the S on that. I would have thought it was Langlois.
How now, Brown Kyle? Coming out to a generic rap banger, something the kids nowadays love. Danny, joined by Shayna in the corner. Two awesome trainers located out of Middleton, Massachusetts. And the Boo Birds, and still in full effect, Mark, right out the jump.
Please welcome, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 205 pounds, fighting out of Everybody Fights and trained by Jason McLeod and Ben Schneck, Michael Sugar Hearn.
Now, you know what I like about Michael Hearn?
What do you like about Michael Hearn?
He really put himself out there and took a risk with the nickname Sugar.
I like just doing something unique, something different that you just don't expect. You don't see that.
What can I do that's... oh, my God. Sweet Sugar, dude. Oh, what is this?
American Pie.
No, but this isn't American Pie. This is like
it's a banger remix.
This is the Country
American
Hoedown
Pie.
remix.
It sounds like big boys starting off the night. Jake Langlois, 6'3", 210, 26 years old. He's equipment operator fighting out again, Sonny's Boxing and Fitness. Michael Hearn, 6'1", 205, substantially older at 34 years old.
But still younger than both Mark and
Substantially younger than both Matthew and myself.
So, yeah, it looks like Sonny's Boxing and Everybody Fights. I'll say this about Everybody Fights. I'm actually not familiar with these two coaches. Are you?
No. So, EBF has a bunch of different locations, so maybe it's a location I'm not as familiar with. But, yeah, no, both names new to me. Third man in the ring, Mr. Stephen Clark, cancer survivor himself. Probably my well, I don't want to say my favorite person in the New England LBC because I got a lot of favorites. But Steve, I love you.
Steve's the baddest dude in the building tonight, though. Not even close. You know what I like right off the bat? I'm seeing Jake has an open face headgear.
Yeah, Jake definitely looks the part. He's got the ink. He's got that snarl. He's got the mean mug.
Let's see what it looks like the first 2 minutes of round one, dude.
So bouncing in the corner, looks like both boxers are orthodox right-handed fighters.
Looks like we're waiting for our officials to take their seats at ringside. And here we go. Bout number one is underway.
Live.
So, yeah, Mark, while they start picking up the action, you want to break down a little bit of what we should expect in terms of rules, regulations, and things?
Yeah, so what you're going to see is anybody over 139 pounds, whatever it is now, you're going to see 12-ounce gloves. Anyone less than that, 10s. Often you see a lot of nervous energy early. It looks like they're
a little bit settled in, actually. Right off the bat, I am liking Jake's aggressiveness, certainly. Michael appears to be comfortable, but he's definitely retreating quite a bit. I will say anytime Michael loads up a jab, the crowd goes banana land. They really are Team Michael in the building. But it does look like Jake's pawing, Jake's measuring. He wants that right hand. See, that's the jab. That's the jab heard around the world, dude. The crowd is going absolutely nuts every time Michael lands a jab. So one thing that they are both doing that I'd like to see them get away from is
floating towards power.
Yeah, they're both circling to the right-hand side. And that does two things. It opens themselves up to the power side, the power punch of their opponent. And then additionally, it kind of shortens their range. Now, Jake did a good job of driving there as opposed to floating, make himself a little bit longer in these exchanges.
Yeah, fairly tentative first round, feeling each other out.
Yeah, like surprisingly measured. A lot of times with Haymakers, especially first bout of the evening, they tend to throw a little bit more wild and haphazardly.
Michael juicing that right hand, missing by a good couple inches both times.
They were straight and they looked good, but they didn't touch anything but air. It's certainly a competitive round to start. If you ask anyone in the crowd, Michael won handily. But I do think Jake did enough thus far. We'll see if the last 10 seconds change into that. Someone screaming, hit him.
Good.
Let's see.
They're calling a knockdown. He's got to go to a neutral corner, go to a white corner. So I don't know if it was a clean knockdown, but he definitely landed with some force with that left hand. And I'll tell you right now, there's no doubt about it. You have to give Jake Langlois that round.
Oh, yeah, no doubt in my mind whatsoever. I'll also say this. Michael didn't protest that at all. And a lot of times, even when you get hit and drop legitimately, they protest it. So I wonder if that was a little bit cleaner than we gave it credit for.
So, again, good competitive round with that knockdown late. You have to give it to Jake. I'll tell you, I don't love Jake's right hand, but his left hook after, I'd like to see him follow up with that more often.
And conversely, I actually really like Michael's right hand.
Michael's got to drive a little bit more. His right hand's about 2 inches short every single time. If it lands, it's going to make a real difference, but I haven't seen it yet.
I would be shocked if Michael doesn't land something of consequence this round because he does have a good straight right hand. So if you're in the corner of these two boxers, right, what do we think we're saying here?
I mean, Danny's telling him right now, like, hey, guy, why aren't you throwing that left hook more often?
He gave him a little slap in the face, which I love, you know. But it looks like both corners, again, we're far enough away that we're not hearing exactly what they're saying, but they're composed, and it looks like they're probably giving sound advice. I know Danny
and again,
showed these guys out, too.
You know, Michael got dropped there or whatever, but he didn't look terribly hurt. You know, it's not something I'm worried about carrying over to this round.
And we're seeing Jake already
great
pressing,
right hand by
he landed
Jake.
a good right hand is right.
There's that left hook that I want to see after.
Michael's good right hand is a little bit slappier this time around. Let's see if he lines them up. Oh, there's a good right hand. Michael landed a good right hand.
Jake ate it and kept coming.
He did.
Oh, see,
Jake's got to be careful opening up the right of his own.
Yep.
I'd like to see him straighten it out.
Yep.
Right now, his forward aggression is actually putting him in harm's way. The one thing I'll say is that when Jake's in range, Michael does tend to turn his head a little bit, lose sight. But if Jake wants to take advantage of that, he has to take advantage of that. He can't just circle in the middle of the ring here. He's got to put some stuff out there.
Michael Palm with that jab, kind of measuring, probably looking for that big right hand again.
He's certainly lining up that big right hand. But again, the issue is, good slip, good roll there too. The issue is that Jake is opening up his right hand too much. He's flaring it to the point that it's a detriment.
Yep.
Steve Glatt giving a stern warning.
Jake, turn around, kiddo.
Let's go. Steve's screaming at him now. Hey, buddy, you're in the middle of the fight. Let's go. Let's go, dude.
Again, both fighters really measuring.
They both definitely want to land a big right hand. I think the guy.
So Michael looks like he's trying to time Jake's right hand.
Certainly.
He wants to slip Jake's right hand, counter with his own big right hand. Crowd's heavy Langlois now.
They are, and it's the right hand side, so it should be interesting if we get a little brackish afterward if those sides mix. Yeah, both guys are kind of waiting for that right hand.
10 seconds left.
It should be noted, too, this is scored differently than a professional boxing match. That first round, I would be shocked if that was a 10-8 round.
Yep.
It's probably 10-9 round, so you might be looking at an even fight.
Yeah, so, very, very competitive second round. Probably
Ladies
gave
and
it to
gentlemen,
Michael.
please
Landed a couple of right hands of note at the start of that round.
15-year breast
settled in a little
cancer
after.
survivor.
As Matt was saying, it's
warrior.
not pro boxing when you see a knockdown. It's
one of
not an
our
immediate
original
10-8 round. I know technically that's
ring-guard
not the rule of
warriors.
pro boxing either, but for all intents and purposes, you get a 10-8 when you drop somebody.
I have it dead even going into the third round. I'll say this, too. Here's the difference between Boston, Philly, D.C., New York, the fanfare, in the sense that we have so many friends in attendance that are just so comfortable jumping on the telecast with us. We put up a little barrier this time, a little buffer zone.
Two of my favorite people in attendance tonight, Kim
Haymaker alum.
Lippman and Sue Bader. not only Haymaker alum, undefeated between the two of them.
That's right.
Phenomenal boxers in their own right, and maybe even better people.
Maybe even better people.
Maybe. I mean, they were really good boxers.
They were pretty good.
Third and final round starting.
I think this is it. I really do think. All right, so right off the bat, you see Jake explode to take center.
Yeah, Danny's in the corner saying, hey, let's take this round. You took a round off. Let's put an exclamation point on this fight.
They got to be careful because that Michael is he's doing what he should be doing. He's waiting until Jake opens his hips for that right hand and then fires a straight right of his own. He's winging him now.
Good flurry by Michael.
Oh, good great right hand by Michael. That was probably the most consequential blow of the bout so far. And Jake looking a little worse for the wear, if we're being honest.
I don't know if he's tired or stunned.
Ooh.
Might see an 8 count coming here.
Yep, absolutely warranted, and the crowd's going insane. Now listen, as much as I crapped on the crowd earlier for going nuts over a single jab, right now this is the type of stuff that you rally behind. Like if Michael's listening to them, and I bet he is, he might smell blood and might finish it. Jake does not look good.
Jake doesn't look good.
He wants out.
Fight. You might see another 8 count coming right here.
Steve Clark is calling an 8 count.
All right, let's see.
Let's see. He's calling time. It might be for
Could
blood.
Be a blood headgear adjustment,
it's
possibly.
headgear. This might be the best thing that can happen to him. All right, so he called timeout. Spit out the mouth guard.
Savvy vet move. Spit out the mouth guard by accident.
Mark, why is that a savvy vet move?
You know, because they'll take their time putting it back in. Danny's been here before. He knows he's going to take as much time as possible, let his fighter recover.
Goes back to the neutral corner. Steve Clark calling him back. But if Jake wants to win this fight, he has to do something pretty consequential.
Yeah,
I mean, really.
He's got to show us something. Again, good forward pressure.
Oh, good right hand, but is it enough? And for his own sake, Michael did answer back pretty brilliantly there. Early in the fight, Michael was the one turning away. Now,
good left hook. I think Jake hurt him there.
He stung him, but again, he has to capitalize.
Yep.
It's going to be close. That great, two good right hands by Michael again. Two good right hands.
Jake holding, which is a smart move.
Smart move as far as lasting the round. Not great as far as winning this fight, though.
Totally agree.
Mike looks a little tired.
He's got his hands on his legs. 10 seconds.
Oh, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Jake had a very competitive first round that I think Jake squeaked out. Very competitive second round. I think Michael took from a couple of right hands early on. I think Michael took that round. I think I have it 2 rounds to 1.
Yeah, I think Michael won this fight. And
again, Jake had every it looked like he was going to quit in that corner, and then he had some of his best.
He definitely came on after the fact, after getting stung. But I think it was too little, too late. And additionally, there was a couple times there where I felt like he hurt him and didn't
follow up.
Yeah. Where you really had to in that instance if you wanted to steal it.
Again, if you missed the intro, I'm Mark Nolan with Matt Nolan on the call. This is the Rock and Rumble 12, Haymakers for Hope. We are live from the MGM Music Hall, Fenway Park. It is Thursday, May 11th, 2023. We got 16 action-packed bouts. That's the first one of the night. I tend to get a radio announcery voice.
Oh, it's the worst.
Blah, blah, blah. So I'll drop it. I'll get back to it.
I'll say that, too. This one's a little unique for us in the sense that there are 4 boxers that trained at our facility that are not going to be cornered by us tonight.
So when we were off the air, Matt said he hopes they all lose. I was hoping to get some clarity on what that meant.
No, that is not true. I hope they all win. Oh, no, I can't say that either.
No,
how does biases work?
I just hope they have fun.
That's right. Both guys have fun. But in all seriousness, that is one thing with this event, that there's no losers in the sense that they raise so much money.
$700,000 for cancer research.
The
That's
winner.
insane.
All right, they're about to call the boxers to center and announce the official decision.
the announcer was very
He was ready to go.
Jumping the gun a little bit.
The winner fighting out of the blue corner.
Yeah.
Michael
Yeah, they got it right. Yep,
Sugar
they got it right.
Hearn by
and
a
the
split
8,000 people in
decision.
attendance that showed up for
Congratulations
Sugar Hearn
to both fighters.
are very, very elated. Very thrilled with that decision.
Sugar Hearn.